Hi, my name is Chris. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing Leetcode problem 2164, sort even and odd indices independently in JavaScript. Alright, so what we're being asked to do here is basically we're going to return this array nums, but all the odd indices, the nums and odd indices are going to be sorted in non-increasing order, and all the numbers in the even indices will be sorted in non-decreasing order, right? So if we have this array nums, we have our even numbers, which will be 4 and 2. So they'll be sorted in non-decreasing order. So those will be 2, 4, and then the odd will be in decreasing order. So 3, 1. So our result will be 2, 3, 4, 1. So this is what they're asking. Let's get rid of all this. Let's grab this variable and move on over to CodePen. Let's create a variable. Oops. Sorry about that. And let's create our function. So now what we need to do is we need to create a variable called evens, set that to an empty array, a variable called odds, set that to an empty array. First thing we're going to do is we're going to push into each of these variables. We're going to push into evens all the numbers at the even indices and all the numbers at the odd indices into odds. So we need a for loop to do that. So we're going to say let I equal 0 if I is less than nums dot length plus. We're going to do an if else statement. We're going to say if I modulus 2 equals 0, which is basically saying if the index is even, we're going to push into evens nums at I, and else it must be odd, so we push into odds dot push nums at I. Now if we want to see what's going on here, we can return, this is an array, evens, odds. So we got what we want. Now we're going to sort each one of these arrays in the correct order. So we're going to say evens dot sort say A, B, our arrow function, and we're going to sort in ascending order. Odds dot sort A, B, and now we will sort in descending order. Okay. So now you can see the evens are sorting ascending, the odds are sorting descending. So now we're going to create a variable called result. Set that to an empty array. And this is what we're going to return. Sorry, can't type right now. Create one more for loop, and we're going to set it to loop through evens because they come first. I'm going to say I is less than evens dot length I plus plus. So this is kind of the thing that hung me up. There are several test cases where odds is the number of numbers in odds is going to be less than the number of numbers in evens. Because what we're going to do is we're going to loop through evens, and we're going to say evens at I. We're going to push evens at I in the result, and then push odds at I in the result. But there are test cases where odds at I doesn't exist, right? So let's say evens has 4 numbers and odds has 3. So we need to account for that. So what we can do here is we can say result dot push evens at I, and we get 2 and 4, which is expected. And now we need an if statement because we're not always going to have the same number of odds, of numbers and odds. So we can say if odds at I. So if that exists, then we say result push odds at I. And there you go, we got the correct result. So let's grab all our code, copy it, and paste it in Leetcode. Let's format it and submit it. And we're good to go. Alright. Hopefully you found this video enjoyable and helpful. If you did, please give it a like. It helps my channel to grow. I'm seeking more subscribers, so if you'd like to see some more videos like this, I do several videos on CSS Battle. Subscribe to my channel and you'll see more of that. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again real soon.